here today, so I thought I would help my friend out and you can draw along with Miss Frizzle today. Now, I thought we'd jump aboard the magic school bus and take a trip into the solar system. Today, we're going to learn how to draw planets. So, go grab your paper and something to draw with and something to color with and come right back. Hurry up, students! Back, students, you can see here I have my paper. Today I'm using a thicker piece of construction paper, but you can use any paper you have. I also have several round objects. I'm going to be using those to make my solar system. So to start, I am going to draw my sun, because that is the center of the solar system, correct? So I'm going to put my sun in the corner of my paper. So I'm going to use this large piece of tape. That's not a piece of tape, it's a big roll of tape. And I'm using a Sharpie, but you can totally use a pencil. I'm just drawing it so you can see better. So I'm going to hold down my circle template with one hand, and then I'm going to trace around it with my marker. And there I have my sun in the corner of my paper. Now to make my sun look really cool, I'm going to do some lines coming out of it like it's the rays of the sun. So I'm going to do a letter U that's really wide. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. These are kind of like ocean waves. So all the way around. So there's my sun with my rays coming off of it. Now I'm going to be making some planet shapes. Now you can try to make the planets like in our solar system. You know, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and so on. Or you can make up your own planets. I think I'm just going to make my own. I'm going to take this coffee cup that I have. I'm going to do a nice large planet. And trace all the way around. There we go. Sorry, my arm was blocking the view. Then I'm going to do some smaller planets. So I have a small bowl here. So I'm going to hold that with my finger. I'm going to trace all the way around. That looks good. Oh, now the thing about this cup is that it's larger at the top and smaller at the bottom. So I can turn it over and I can make a smaller planet. Let's see, I'm going to put him right here. Trace around. Oh, got off just a little. It's a bumpy. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to turn that mistake into a beautiful oops. So I'm going to take and turn that into a ring around my planet. So I'm going to draw a letter C going around my planet, just like that. I'm going to do it again to make my ring even larger. There we go. So there, that planet looks like it has a ring. I'm just going to make it a little bit thicker to hide my mistake. There we go. I like it. All right, and I think maybe one more planet size. I think I'll do my little clear plastic cup here. I'm going to do it so it looks like my planet is coming off the side of my page. So I'm going to start at the side. So it looks like a picture of the planets where it got cut off. Ooh, I like that. All right, so make as many planets as you would like. And now we're going to color our planets. All right, I am going to use crayons to color mine because we're going to do a special step to make our paper look really cool. So when we're coloring our planets, if you've ever looked at solar system pictures of different planets around the galaxy, they are not just one solid color. You'll see a lot of different patterns like swirls or stripes or dots. So on each one of these planets, I want to incorporate some kind of different pattern or texture. Okay, so I'm going to start with my sun first. And I'm going to start by coloring it yellow. Now I want to color nice and dark because like I said, we're going to be adding a special surprise at the end of our coloring. to make it look really awesome and more like space. So when you're coloring, make sure you definitely want to use crayons, and you want to press nice and hard. That way we get really nice dark colors. Okay. All right. Now I think to my sun, I want to add some little swirls. So I'm going to use a yellow orange, and I'm going to draw some swirlies inside of my sun, because that kind of looks like the swirling gas that the sun is made up of, right? Because it's a big ball of swirling, twirling gases. And so to show that in my artwork, I want to use some spiral lines, because spirals kind of give that action of swirling and twirling. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Then I want to make my rays coming out of my sun a darker orange. So I'm going to use a red orange here. I'm going to color it, but not all the way, because I'm going to come back in and I'm going to fill in with a different orange. So then that gives me more dimension and more texture, and just makes my picture look more interesting. All right, so I'm going to fill it in the rest of the way with some scarlet. Ooh, I like that color. And I'm coloring not my neatest. That's because I'm trying to color it quickly. All right, I think I'm going to fill in the rest with a little red color. There we go. Oh, I like that. I like the contrast of the straight lines with the swirls in the middle of my sun. That kind of makes it a little more interesting. And even my little pieces of red and orange that come out of my black lines there kind of look like the bursts that happen on the surface of the sun. You can see those bursts of gases. All right, so there my sun is done. Now I think I'm going to do my little planet here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color my rings there. I'm going to make it a purple ring planet. All right. Now remember, I made those rings just by drawing a letter C around my planet. And I think maybe I'll make my planet itself green. Okay, so I'm going to make this look a little more interesting. Instead of doing straight line coloring, I'm going to use a green, and I'm going to color in with spirals. I think I'm going to go back in with a blue on top of that. Oh yeah, that looks cool. All right, so we've done spirals. Now I think maybe on this planet here, I'm going to do some stripes. Maybe some black stripes. So I'm going to start, oh, I like that. I'm going to do some light little black lines. Maybe not all the way across, maybe zigzag them. Okay. And then maybe, how about we do some red with this? Ooh, red and black. That's a cool color combination. So in between my black lines, I'm going to come in and fill in with some reds. Just like a fire planet, like Mars. Mars is a red planet. All right, now to make this look less like I'm just copying our solar system and making Mars, I think I want to do maybe another shade of red. This is just regular red. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, I like that pink with the red. It kind of blends together a little bit, but gives some difference in there. Maybe I could do some lines of red and those black. Ooh, yeah, I like that. So I'm just going in and drawing some dark lines on my black just to make it look more interesting. All right, so so far I've got stripes and I've got swirls. Oh, I know, I want a blue planet. So I'm going to color this planet blue. I'm going to color it solid. Ooh, I like this. This is blue-green. It's one of my favorite colors. Okay. Remember, we're pressing nice and hard. All right, now, where's my white? I'm going to take white. I'm going to see if I can put some, like, white dots in there. It's not showing up a lot, but I can see it better here than you can on my camera. Okay, maybe some more blues. So what I'm doing is I'm adding in like splotches of blue on top of my blue. Maybe I'll do some black places too. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah. Ah, the black with the white is coming out kind of grayish. I like that. Okay. I wish these were oil pastels because then I could take and I could blend them together with my finger, but they're not. So I don't have the same supplies at home as I do at school. And sometimes that happens. I've done some vertical stripes, so maybe this one I'll do horizontal. Ooh, maybe we'll do like a rainbow. So let's start here with red, and then we'll do orange. You know me, I love a good rainbow. And then some yellow. And then green. And I'm kind of varying my width of my stripes. Some are wider than others. And that's a really inlet. Where's just regular old blue? Beautiful. All right. Beautiful it is. All right, and then we're going to end with a nice violet. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, I love a rainbow planet. Oh, looks so good. All right, now, what does every solar system have in the distance? Stars. So I'm going to use a white and a yellow crayon, and I'm going to add stars. I'm going to do some small stars by just making dots. Now, I want to rub or press really hard because right now you can't see my dots, but you will in just a moment. And I'm also going to do some that are X's, so it'll look like stars shining. Okay, I'm going to do some white ones, and I think I'm going to do some yellow ones. So add some more dots of yellow, some more starbursts. Oh, I like that. You could even add a comet if you wanted. That could be fun. Let's add a comet. Maybe right here. I'm going to do a circle and then do some lines coming off of it. I'm going to fill in with white too. I like that. Now, if you wanted, you could add an astronaut. You could add a satellite, a spaceship, whatever you want. So I've got my planet done. Now, a few weeks back, Miss Patterson did a video where she showed you how to make homemade paint by adding food coloring to water. And if you remember correctly, she tried to make purple. And it did not turn out. It came out brown or a grayish color. Well, that didn't work for what she was intending, but a nice gray color would work perfectly for what we want to accomplish. So I'm going to make myself a little homemade paint. Oh yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to paint, and look, when I paint on top of my stars, we have a little science action going on here. Oh, look, the white stars showing through. So exciting. So what's happening here is crayons are made of wax. And wax repels water. What that means is it pushes it away, kind of like when you use two magnets that have the same pole, they'll repel and push each other. So what happens is the white of my stars, I think I'm going to go back in and add some more. It's pushing away the paint and showing up white, so it's like magic. Same thing with the yellow. That's why I said when you're painting to press really hard with your crayons, because if we don't press lightly, or if we do press lightly, it will just cover up because it's not strong enough. But when we press nice and hard, it pushes that paint away. All right, so I'm gonna just finish coloring or painting my sky, and then I'll catch up with you in just a minute and show you our finished paper. And there you have it. Doesn't our planet picture look so cool? I love all our little white stars and our comet. Now to make the gray paint, I did several drops of blue food coloring with just a few drops of red. We want it to be more blue than red. Great job today. Thank you for joining me. Since Miss Patterson couldn't be here, I love taking this adventure with you. Be sure you have your parents send your pictures to Miss Patterson so she can share them next time. Thanks for joining me. Have a magic day.